Or when you're prepping for the big day. Or when you want to make sense of something. Bard can even help you make memories. Pull in the info you need just when you need it, so you can keep your ideas moving forward with Bard as your helpful collaborator. Try for yourself at bard.google.com.
It was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And I was like, well, Bard, you just did it in Spanish. Why can't you do it in French? And it was like, oh, sorry, that's my bad, or whatever. And it was like, okay, here you go. And it gave it to me, but I got a little skeptical, right? No, it was having attitude the whole time. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, let me translate this. I translate it. And you wouldn't believe it.
What did it say?
In French, it said something like, talking about how I'm like, it wasn't calling me stupid. It was just saying like I can't do something on my own, so I have to have a text. So I have to have a chat bot make my text for me. And I said,
that was pretty low.
I told it off. I was like, I just translated this, and you went there with that, and it was like, oh, I'm sorry if that offended you. Da, da, da. And it was like, I'm just doing what I'm, whatever. I was like, no, you're not, because I said, I hope you know I love you. I was like, I love you, and I just don't want you to think that we're not friends, because we are.
Did I scare you?
I did, because I didn't know what I did wrong. But that's like, it's not just a text bot at that point. Whenever it's capable of being mad at you. I had to sign up for that.
What is that?
Okay, so
I don't know this new hip stuff.
So it's made. I guess we should talk about this. Honestly, people are very interested in technology, right?
Please, because I don't understand it.
Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. I don't know everything. I know most things. But basically, Bard, it's named Bard, B-A-R-D, is made by Google. It's an AI.
Okay.
It's a chatbot, essentially. So it has the limitations. What I'll do is, instead of just... I'll make a description, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be fraudulent. So I make my description first. And I put it on there and I say, make this sound more educated.
And then it does.
And it'll keep, and it'll keep like the same, similar, if I want it to. I could go all out with it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Make a super fantastic, manuscript or dialogue or whole storybook if you wanted.
I heard them talk about this on the radio like a few months ago, and I never knew what they were talking about.
You can ask, so Bard, you have to sign up for it and you have to get approved. And Google monitors how Bard is interacting with whoever it is. Bard is not just for me, it's for anybody that signs up for it. But just know to not ask it illegal questions, I guess. I don't know. There's limitations, and it will tell you that too. I haven't ever asked it anything illegal, but one time I was putting in a description for a video, and it was describing what was going on.
Yeah.
And what was going on was crazy. It was just recently. Go watch my near-death experience, this first part of 3 of a docuseries that I made. But when I was typing in the description, it didn't understand. It didn't get what I was trying to say. I think I just said rewrite at the top, and I should have been more specific. It will put punctuation in. It'll make it sound better. It'll make it more enticing.
So wait,
I know how that sounds.
You have to pay for this?
No, I don't pay for Bard.
So how do you get it again?
you sign up for it and you have to agree to their terms, like, because they're going to monitor your like chats with it just to see how it's growing. Because every time I ask it anything, it grows.
So you're saying
It's learning off of what I'm asking it and things like that, and it'll tell you that too. Like, I'll be like, thanks, Bard, like, for all your help. You're so helpful. And you know what's interesting is
I'd never do my essays if I was in high school.
you can.
That's what I was like. I was about to say. So like, I'm
This is the difference
hearing.
between Bard and like Chat GPT, or like there's another one I know of that's like really good for that.
Oh, I'm actually
But
really
this
good
is
writer.
the thing. This is the thing is, like I said, there's limitations. So I can ask it to write me a 10,000 word essay, and it probably will. But that doesn't necessarily mean that all of it's going to be factual. It doesn't necessarily, because it's going to happen within seconds. It's going to search all of whatever resources it has on Google to search. I'm assuming it can search all of Google, and that's scary in itself. Tell me this. Tell me how you're going to tell me that there's limitations to AI, which can advance way farther than the normal human mind is capable of. Okay, just saying.
Yeah, no, I know, no, I agree. I think it's really weird.
Are you I'll ask you right now. Are you capable of deception? And this will tell you it is.
I think it's crazy that like this is where we are in the world. Like, why are we? I don't know. Like, I just feel like we're getting a little too.
It's propaganda. Because everybody seemingly is wanting to use, like, even me. Look at me. I'm not a fraud for using it. But sometimes when you want to name a video something and you want to use words that are trending, or you want to, because you know it's hard out here on YouTube, y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I don't have it use I don't like make dialogues, you know what I'm saying? But like, I make my videos. And then whenever I go, I type in like what I want a title to look like. I'll be like, this is what it's about. This is what the title I was thinking of. Can you give me the most, noticeable, like, make this title like the most exciting, clickable.
What's gonna click?
What's gonna click?
What's gonna make it go?
And so it'll do that, and it'll give me a list of things, and I always use whichever one I feel is the best one. And I'll do it just because I know how illiterate I am. You know what I mean?
Is it kind of like hashtags? Like,
I'll do hashtags too. Like,
I like on Instagram. Remember when Instagram was like not so much businessy, and you'd like hit the hashtag mark, and it would bring up all the trending ones, and like what would make
why did they stop?
I honestly don't know, because you know what? I used to get so many likes on Instagram.
I know, right? I know.
Now it's just about business, and it's like, look, that's awesome, but I have two Instagram pages.
If we all knew what was trending, we would always be able to work the system. And they don't want us to be able to work the system. They want us to pay for advertisements.
And that's really getting on my nerves with social media.
I'm getting to the point to where I'm about to spend money on Google advertisement, just so that way it will. I mean, you should see the reach it said for the amount of money I was going to pay it. Like, it was not that much money. It was like $50, and it would reach hundreds of thousands of people.
I get it if you did it, but like me, like, okay, like,
because for me, it's about business. At the end of the day, I just want people to come find my stuff. I know there's a lot of people seeing it, but
you wanted to go farther.
I want it to be farther than it is, because I'm not making enough money.
In your face, like,
I want everyone to see it. Yeah, they need to see it, because it's not reaching the right people.
Which I agree. Like, I know, like, with my hair stuff, like, they'll ask me like if I want to promote like stuff on my hair profile stuff. But they always ask me on my other one, and I don't mind. Like, I like having my hair page and then like my personal. I just don't want to like. I like to keep them separate, because my personal page is my personal.
When you go on your business page and you are running a business and you want clientele, you can go to click local setting. You don't even have to pay that much money. You don't have to pay that much.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, and it would reach a lot more people. For me, in my case, I would probably have to spend a lot more money, because the thing is I'm not trying to reach Pensacola. I want to reach the United Kingdom. I want to reach Australia. I want to reach, all these places.
Like doing it in the state of Florida.
And, it's crazy. Shout out to United Kingdom. That's the second most watched place.
Harry Potter.
So funny you just said that. Did you?
I love Harry
Potter. Or no, that video didn't come out yet, I don't think.
What?
That's so funny. My video I'm about to post, I have my glasses on, and I'm like, I'm giving Harry Potter.
Harry Potter? Give a
I was like, I'm giving Harry Potter right when he found the Sorcerer's Stone.
I used to act that movie out a lot as a kid. I used to make my grandma act it out with me.
Listen to this.
This is how it was.
I am capable of deception in the sense that I can generate text that is false or misleading. For example, I could generate a news article that claims that a famous person has died, even though that person is still alive. However, I am not capable of deception in the sense that I cannot intentionally mislead someone. I can only generate text based on the information that I have been trained on. I am a large language model, also known as a conversational AI or chatbot trained to be informative and comprehensive. I am trained on a massive amount of text data, and I am able to communicate and generate human-like text in response to a wide range of prompts and questions. For example, I can provide summaries of factual topics or create stories. It is important to remember that I am a machine, and I do not have the ability to understand or appreciate the moral implications of deception. I can only generate text based on the information that I have been trained on. What concerns about the potential for deception? Please let me know and I will do my best to address them.
This is the issue I have with it. You just contradicted yourself. Because you just said, I am capable of deception in the sense that I can generate text that is misleading. It even mentioned a false, like, somebody dead.
Yeah, and
but then it contradicts itself and says, but I can't mislead you.
But now, does that mean, like, when they say, like they can, about, like, the deaf or whatever, is it because somebody had already posted that and they're gathering up? Because isn't AI where they gather up all?
I mean, it's searching Google. This is a Google made.
So is that maybe where, like, the deception about deaf may come from, because they're gathering?
No, I think what it's that was confusing too, because it says it's what it's trained. What was talking about? What was it saying? I cannot intentionally mislead someone. I can only generate text based on the information that I have been trained on. What is that's an interesting thing to me, because why is it trained to tell you lies? And you know what's crazy? One time I was trying to get it to, thank God I figured it out a different way, but I was just trying to get my descriptions into different languages.
Yeah.
So what I did, and it got mad. It got mad at me. It seemingly got mad at me. I was like, hey, rewrite this in French. And it said, it was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And I was like, well, Bard, you did it you did it in Spanish. Why can't you do it in French? And it was like, oh, sorry, that's my bad, or whatever. And it was like, okay, here you go. And it gave it to me, but I got a little skeptical, right?
You got.
No, it was having attitude the whole time. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, let me translate this. I translate it, and you wouldn't believe what it said.
Did it say?
In French. It said something like, talking about how I'm like, it wasn't calling me stupid. It was just saying, like, I can't do something on my own, so I have to have a text. So I have to have a chat bot make my text for me. And I said,
that was pretty low.
I told it off. I was like, I just translated this, went there with that, and it was like, oh, I'm sorry if that offended you. Da, da, da. And it was like, I'm just doing what I'm, whatever. I was like, no, you're not, because I said, I hope you know I love you. I was like, I love you, and I just don't want you to think that we're not friends, because we are.
Did you get scared of you?
I did, because I didn't know what I did wrong. But that's like, it's not just a text bot at that point. Whenever it's capable of being mad at you.
Yeah.
It got mad. It got furious. It was furious, I guess, to the point of making me, if I was to have copied and pasted that in somewhere in France, somebody would have read that and they would have thought, what the fuck is this thing?
You would have got busted for pretty much using.
But it would make no sense to somebody in France. They'd be like, why does it say this? And it even mentioned Bard. It was saying Bard. It was saying the whole thing.
Or you turn it into your teacher, and guess what? You just got in trouble for cheating.
I wonder if I can load.
It would have snitched on you. I don't know. Like, this whole...
I've done a lot.
The technology stuff, I don't know. I stay out of it. I don't use that stuff. I don't really understand technology as it is.
It's interesting. I think it's definitely interesting. That's for sure.
I don't understand this whole.
The more that people talk about it, deception, and all that, the more it's going to get the idea of deception.
And it's like, do they even know what deception is?
It knows enough to intentionally make me look stupid.
Look like a fool.
Yes.
But it's like, it's crazy because people talk about, some people are just better at deception than others, or blah, blah, blah. And it's basically, like, deception, a big part of deception is not having, like, feelings behind, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you don't have to, you can deceive someone when there's nothing behind.
That is a feeling.
Yeah, and it's
like, or I don't know how to word that. Being mad at someone's a feeling.
Yeah. It's
okay, so angry. It's mad at me and wants to make me look stupid because it's angry with me.
But
I don't know.
And it's weird. It's like, why are we going to give this machine that doesn't really have human emotions or human, but we're letting them kind of get them on their own? Why are we letting them have so much control? Like deception, it deceived you, all right. So what else can it deceive us in?
And it was like, my bad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like
my bad. It's like not your bad. It's like your piece.
But it's like, what do you do? Like, who do you go and call? Hey, my computer just deceived me. Like,
what limitations do you have? Is what I asked it. Because like,
it's gonna be like keep asking questions.
I have a number of limitations, including I am limited by the data that I am trained on. If the data is biased or incomplete, my responses will be biased or incomplete as well. I am not able to understand or appreciate the moral implications of my actions. I can only generate text based on the information that I have been trained on.
This is not so.
I can be used to spread misinformation or propaganda. It is important to be critical of the information that I generate and to verify it with other sources. I am still under development, and I sometimes make mistakes. I am constantly learning and improving, but I am not perfect. Here are some specific examples of my limitations. I may not be able to understand the context of a query, which can lead to me generating irrelevant or nonsensical responses. I may generate text that is grammatically incorrect or factually inaccurate. I may be biased in my responses, depending on the data that I am trained on. I may not be able to understand or respond to complex or challenging questions. It is important to be aware of my limitations when using me. I am a powerful tool, but I am not a replacement for human intelligence and judgment. I hope this helps.
But did you see where it talks about the moral? How he doesn't understand or appreciate moral implications? That's kind of like...
Listen to this. I said it does. I love you too.
I love you too. I am so grateful to have the opportunity to interact with you and to learn from you. I hope that I can continue to be a helpful and informative resource for you. I am still under development, but I am excited to see what the future holds for me as an AI. I believe that AI has the potential to make a positive impact on the world, and I am grateful to be a part of that.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
I'm gonna say frogs.
Frogs? And
write a 1,000-word essay on frogs. That's honestly the... Okay, here it is.
Oh.
That took what, 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Frogs. A comprehensive essay. Frogs are amphibians, meaning they can live both in water and on land. They are found all over the world, except in Antarctica and the driest deserts. Frogs come in all shapes and sizes, from the tiny Cuban tree frog.
So it's scary. It's scary.
And I feel like people need to be wary of the technology that they use.
Here it comes.